What up? DJ Nasty Nate, Rich Flow ENT from Richmond, VA, Miami, Florida. CEO, Rich Flow Show, every Friday, 6 to 8 p.m.
Going to the school of business, make some business.
Almost 3 years strong on universemiami.com, Universe Network Television. What inspired me to become a DJ was, I say it was my true independent introduction to hip hop in high school. Like, that really inspired me to become a DJ. Like, I had gotten introduced to hip hop way before seeing the battle rap scene and being in high school, and I used to play instrumentals at the high school battles. Like, cats would rap over the instrumentals I would have. Like, of course, the most played joint was Mobb Deep Shook Ones. Like, that was the shit. And starting to make mixed CDs for people, selling them for $5 a piece. Like, my homegirl Andrea, she was the first person I knew that used to make like personalized CDs for people. Like, they give her a song list or a list of everything they want, and she'd go out and find it. But you know, I used to try to charge like $7, $5 to $7. And then I started taking these mixed CDs to like house parties and shit. House parties around the hood. Like, so I was kind of DJing on the fly without really getting paid for it, of course. I was just DJing with CDs. I have like 3 CDs ready to go, all dance, twerk music. Then I have like the one hype CD with like the 3 6 Mafia, Pastor Troy and all of that shit. Like all of the crunk shit. All of the stuff that'll make a party stop. But it was all like good times for real, for real. So I gotta say, yeah, my introduction to the battle rap scene, starting to DJ parties, random mix CDs. Then I got into editing. I used to edit some of the mixes too. Like, it'd be single tracks, so it'd flow straight into the next one, just so the party would keep going. And I got good at that. I'm not good at it, but it was getting played at hood parties, so, you know, semi-successful. Ended up in Miami, started working for the student radio station. I met Danger. Danger was doing a couple of clubs down here, and he had his independent DJ thing going on. He used to invite me out to a lot of the parties, and eventually he invited me to do a radio show with him, because he was already like 3 years into doing the show. So he had already had his own buzz on campus, so he knew I wanted to become a DJ at that point. Like, I just love music. So he always invited me out to like the parties, and I would go out. And eventually it went from me going out to a party to me going out to try to get like a 15-minute set in. And like, he'd DJ for like 2 hours, and I'd try to DJ for like 15 minutes or something, you know, just to get a love shine. And then the next summer I went home with my work study checks, and for real, I grinded for what I got. I went home and bought my turntables, and what inspired me to become a DJ was the grind, yo. I grinded to get my equipment, I grinded to learn, put in the effort to teach myself with records before I even committed to Serato. Like, I didn't want to take that shit like lightly, for real. So I stole a lot of my uncle's records. I took some records from Danger. I went and bought a couple records, and like old school hip hop joints, like classic joints. Everything from like Sade to Loose Ends to Notorious B.I.G. Got some classic records that I used to practice with, and I always felt like if I could become decent with mixing without Serato, then I would be a beast with Serato. So I committed to the traditional side before I even committed to the modern thing. Worst parts about being a DJ is like feeling subjected to play certain songs. Like you gotta fulfill a certain request. Like no matter how great you are as a DJ, like how dope of a set you do sometimes, like if you keep getting a steady request for a song, if you don't play that request, you did a horrible job as a DJ to that one person that requested that song. And that's the sucky part sometimes. When the best part about it is like when you do actually you feel like you fulfilled everything, fulfilled every need, got the job done or pleased the crowd. Like that's an ultimate high. It's a great reward. Danger and Skip, gotta say they changed my perception of being like independent DJs a whole lot. Skip, I knew from high school. Like he had the group that he was throwing parties with called the Warrior Boys, and I was always like the unofficial member. I was, kind of like a socialite in high school, so I knew a lot of people. I would, just help them get the word out about the party. And like the first couple of parties they did, Greg DJ'd, our homeboy Greg, and I think Skip saw a great outlet for them to, keep a lot of things in-house, and that probably influenced him to become a DJ. So like when he first started, he was spinning off of like CD turntables, so he had like millions of CDs like a DJ would, like with crates. And like Serato came a little later, but him and Danger were both spinning off of CDs when I first met them both. And then once Serato came in, like Skip introduced me to Serato, and that was, of course, as we know right now, and that's the new wave of things. Like that's the industry standard. You ain't got no Yeezy in your Serato, Serato is everywhere, yo. If you go into a club now and you have Serato, you're most likely gonna be able to plug in. So it's an industry standard. Radimus changed my perception of being a DJ from like a boss standpoint, like having like control over your own outlet, like not really working so much for other people, but having your own voice inside your own thing. And when he gave me the Rich Flow show, like he gave me access to have my own outlet, yo. So that's why I always appreciate Rad from that standpoint, man. Because I love Rad, man. He's not like any of the other older DJs that I knew from Miami and met. Like you run into a lot of older guys that see the younger generation as like competition, complete competition. So you don't really get like that vibe with a lot of older cats in Miami. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's like that in a lot of cities, but Miami, it feels like it's really like a really cliquey kind of place sometimes. So when I first started DJing, a lot of the older DJs didn't really show love. Like I didn't really care for them, honestly. But Radimus is a rare breed. Ah man, homecoming 2015, Barry University, man. It was refreshing. It was really refreshing. I mean, getting through it was a blessing. It was a lot of work. From a DJ standpoint, it was a lot of work. But it all paid off in the end. I gotta say the tailgate was the highlight of everything because I got to see my alumni friends, people I first started there with, people I haven't seen since graduation, and it made me feel really good, man. A lot of them told me that they even, they just come to the tailgate just to hear me spin, and that made me feel really, really, really good inside, yo. Like those are the people that were with me when I first started, like learning how to DJ. So for them to come back and still support me, like that feels great. It's important to have like people that genuinely support you, and you genuinely believe in what they have going on as well.